is Kat. I work at Portworx, and today I wanted to talk about burnout. But I only got 5 minutes, so I wanted to get a show of hands. Please raise your hand if you or anybody who you know has experienced any symptoms of burnout throughout their careers. Okay, so, and it makes total sense. And by the way, for those who are watching the recording, there are quite a few people showing their hands, but makes total sense because we're here at, 8:30 p.m. on the Thursday night. Some of us have prepared their talks to come and speak here and present. Some of us have helped organize this meetup. And in open source communities, it so happens that sometimes we join special interest groups. We go to conferences, we submit talks, we do all these different things on top of our full-time jobs, our families, our friends. We're doing all these things, and it makes total sense that over time it adds up and some work-related stress, and it results in physical and emotional exhaustion, which ends up being burnout. So this topic has been getting a lot of attention recently and a lot of conversations online, and in fact, just 2 months ago, the World Health Organization has singled it out as an occupational phenomenon. That was right around the time of KubeCon in Barcelona. It isn't a coincidence. And there's an app called Blind, and at the end of last year, so what the app does is it's basically a platform for employees to have anonymous conversations about some sensitive topics. And they did a survey of about 11,000 people from 30 of the largest tech companies. And it was just one question, asking people if they were experiencing burnout, and the answers were yes and no. And 57% of those people have said yes. They're experiencing symptoms of burnout, and that's a lot of people, like 57% of 11,000. And Credit Karma topped the chart of about 70%, and Netflix were in the lower end of about 40%, but that's still a lot of people. And so why do we care? I mean, one of the worst feelings to see somebody that you know, like a friend or colleague or a family member experiencing stress and anxiety, but it also costs a lot in healthcare. And it contributes to 120,000 deaths per year. Like, just let that number sink in, 120,000. And we can prevent that. So why do I care? I've experienced burnout personally, and I don't like being a bystander. If I care about a topic, I want to bring it to the community, I want to talk about it, and if I can help at least one person in their life alleviate at least some portion of their burnout, I'll consider my job done. And so I moved from a different country when I was 16, which caused a lot of stress. I moved away to college for 4 years, and at one point in my college career, I worked 3 jobs, and I was a full-time student at the same time to help me pay for that college. On the day that I walked the graduation stage, I moved to Bay Area, and I started a full-time job in tech just a week after that, and with a huge learning curve with containers and Kubernetes and all these awesome other projects coming up. And that was stressful. That added up over time. But, we live and we learn. So basically how I deal with it. There are a lot of things out there that you can do. There are tons of articles on Forbes, Inc., you name it, on do this and do that, and work out or meditate, yoga. I'm not here to tell you what to do. We all experience burnout differently. There isn't a right or wrong answer to deal with this, but I only have 5 minutes, so I'll only tell you one thing that I do that helps me a lot, and that's doing one thing a week that makes you happy, that genuinely brings you joy. Just one thing a week. Every week I start with a planner. I have a hard copy planner, and my focus for the week is to do one thing that makes me happy. It doesn't matter if it's going to the gym, it doesn't matter if it's meditating, going to a concert, taking your cat on a walk, on a leash. It does not matter. If it makes you happy, it's good. And so basically what I'd like you to take out of this is join a conversation, share some things that help you alleviate burnout, share the things that you do that make you happy, and together as a community, there's so many of us, we can bring those numbers down. It is not okay to have 57 people in tech respond, they're experiencing burnout. And so there are a lot of people talking about it. You can be one of them. If it's not going to cause you any additional burnout, there are opportunities out there to volunteer at trade shows to talk about these things. Open sourcing mental illness is one of those sources. So please take care of yourselves. There's some calming tea at our table. Do things that make you happy, and let's lower the burnout together. Thank you very much. Yes.